Hi there, it's Elaine here, and I thought today we'll do something a little bit different. It's a new collage challenge set by Julie at Art and Junk Journals with Julie and Leigh's Art Studio. They're both Australian ladies. They've done a collaboration type challenge where we have, well, let's show you a kind of prompt list with 8 groups. So they're going to pick one from each of these groups. Group 1 is age, period and style. Group 2 is themes. Group 3 is colour. Group 4 is papers. Group 5 is image or focal point. Group 6 is mark making, and Group 7 is shapes. Group 8 are swap items or bonus, and you can choose 2 from that list or to swap in any that you can't really quite fit or you haven't got anything of, and you can do that twice, or you can just use them as a bonus and add it if you want to. So this month's February is the list of prompts that they chose, which Julie picked as she was throwing the dice, and each month I think they'll take it in turns to pick the prompts. So once the prompts have been used, they won't use that one again. So we've basically got 6 months of prompts to use, and they'll all be different. They'll all, every month, they won't reuse the same ones again. So both the ladies are on YouTube, obviously, and I'll list all of the channels below, including theirs, that are joining in with this open collaboration. And I thought I'd give it a go. As you know, I'm not a great prompts user, but as this is monthly, I thought I'd see what they are, and if I can join in, I will. And this month is, so the actual hashtag that you can use either on Instagram or as well as on YouTube is hashtag 2022 collage challenge, and then each month they'll put February next to that. They'll put the month next to that. So this month's obviously I'll have February at the end. So it'll look basically with Feb like that. I did that one wrong and it all went pear-shaped. My ink's already running out, so that's why it's a little bit strange colour. Or the ladies are a bit of a strange colour. From Group 1, we've got Shabby Chic this month. And that's frilly, pretty, lacy, real or printed. They've put on that one. And then 2 is Storytime, which is number 6 here. So it could be from kids' books or movies or characters, anything you like really. Group 3, we've got greens, so green or teal. And Group 4 is textured paper, which is embossed, shiny, metallic, anything of that kind of nature. Group 5 is a person. It could be a real person, a statue, a painting, photo, drawings, however you want to use a person. Group 6 mark making is dots and dashes. And Group 7 is square, rectangle, oblong. And then Group 8, the swap bonuses are scrapbook, paper, stationery, digitals or computer paper. So what am I going to do? The Shabby Chic was a little bit of a problem for me. I was trying to hunt for something that was Shabby Chic. I'm going to be using laces, I think, as well, but I did find some small, I've only got some small 6x6 papers that this particular paper pad is from the works. Well, all these 3 are from the works. As you can see, they're £1. And they're 12 designs with 2 of each paper, 2 sheets, 24 sheets. So I have used some of these in here. So they've got some quite nice shabby chic looking things. So that's quite a nice one. We could use that. I like the pinks, and obviously the other colour is green, so I can use the green. There's a lovely, I like this one because I do like kind of, you can see it very well. Let's get you a bit more of a close up. You can kind of see a very faint pattern in the background, which is sort of flowery, which is lovely. This one on the back is, you know, quite a nice shabby looking music paper, so we could use that. And this is the one I'm thinking of using. I'm not a green person, but you know, I thought, well, I've got to go with the theme, and this fitted the theme exactly as I wanted. So I do have some additional papers that I can call on. There's some stripes and fairly kind of mottly type, and in here there's a few things that I might use or I might not, I don't know, but they're there if I feel like I want to. Oh, that's the one I was looking for. So these are quite slightly shabby-ish looking, I would say. They're quite pretty. There's another one I think that's, yeah, that one's got the bird on it. So they're quite nice. So we'll see how we go with that one. Put them over there. So that's my Shabby Chic. And I've also used, obviously, scrapbook paper. So I've already done a swapping for that one. So I'm gonna swap to this one now because I mucked it up and it didn't print very well. It blew it up for some reason. I don't quite know. I had a bit of a problem. Sorry about me flappy flaps going on. That's me fan. It's quite windy here at the moment, so they do tend to flap about a lot and make lots of noise. The fan isn't obviously going, but it's my extractor fan. When I used to do my glass bead making, I used to have the fan on to exhume the fumes. Textured paper, I've gone with this pink one. I don't have green, and I've got green in the paper, so I thought I don't need to use it for the textured paper as well. I'm not a green fan, as a lot of you probably know, but you know, the colour's green and I need to use some, but it doesn't all have to be green. So that's my textured paper. I do have some embossed paper, but I don't think I'm going to use it. I think I'm going to use that. So for my story time, here's my wonderful Lion and the Witch and the Wardrobe. And I had a hunt through. They are quite large because I'm going to be working in my navy altered book. So let me just find my page. And so obviously, you know, some of the pages, I did like the line because that is, but it just won't fit. I'd lose his tail and I don't want to lose his tail. So we're going to go with a smaller picture that I did find in here, which is in black and white. But it's got a person in it and obviously Aslan's in it. Some of these were okay, but they weren't really story-ish looking. Some of the pages are absolutely fantastic. I'll give you a little tiny flick through because, as you know, at Christmas I used something out of here, and I did use the Snow Queen for one of my prompts for the Christmas prompts from Barbara and Louisa. And I did quite like this one, but I kind of don't want to use them because a lot of them are wintry. And actually, if you look back on the list, there is a winter theme. I don't know when it will come up, but when it comes up, I might be able to use something from here as well, because there's a lot of snow scenes in here, obviously, because Narnia's, it's at Christmas time. So that was the picture. I absolutely love this picture, and I think what I'm going to do is take the picture out, and I kind of want to keep it just as the picture. So yeah, there's quite a lot of winter pictures in here. I am denied whether to use that one, but I didn't think it was very shabby chic. What else have we got? So this is when he meets Santa, and then this is when he meets the tribes. I quite like that one, but the problem is I like that picture better, so I couldn't use that one. And this girl one was quite nice too, but again I didn't want to use, because there's my lion, you see, and he just doesn't fit. It just doesn't fit my page. I'd lose his tail, and I don't want to lose his tail, and he takes up too much room, to be honest. So yeah, that's Aslan flying, and various. This is when they were turned to stone, I think that bit was. And generally, oh, as you can see, it's already apart, and that's the end. So I think they're still more or less in order that they. Oh, sorry, I've hit the hit my lead then. Right, oh, now then, have I mucked up? So I think I'm going to use this one, and I don't think I'm going to colour it, because I think there's going to be quite, I mean, you know, this is pretty bold, and I think some of the colours in here don't really fit the theme, so I thought I'll go with a black and white one. So I hope you like my little flip through of my lovely book. I was kind of not sure if I wanted to take it apart, to be honest, when I found it. But I thought, well, I bought it to do that, and I've just got to go with it, really. I've got my Shabby Chic, I've got my Storytime, I've got my green, because I'm going to use that green paper. And maybe one of the others, I don't know yet. So we'll pull one of them out. I don't know if I'm going to do a double spread at the moment or a single one. Haven't quite decided yet. That's the wrong green, that's more of a teal really. I quite like this one, but again it's not quite the right green. What's on the back of this one? Oh, I see. That one's quite nice, isn't it? Shall we pull both of those out? Oh, this one's stuck in the book because it's the last one. Some nice pink dotties. Oh, we need some dots, don't we? So let's take one of them out. That can be our dots as well. So yeah. So we've got our green, our textured paper for our person, our dots now, and obviously they're rectangles, and I'll sort of come up with, I might keep them as a square, some of those. I've got scrapbook paper I'm using, so I don't really need to use much more of 8. So basically it's 7 items. And 8 are bonuses or swaps, so there's 7 things to get on the page really, and I think we're there. So let's make a collage, I reckon. Right, let's move that out the way. And I bought some stickers up with me, and we can, you know, kind of pretty the page up as we go along. So I've got a few stickers that might fit. maybe, maybe not purple. But there might be some in there. I've got some roses and I've got some butterflies. So we might use those. We'll see how it goes. Okay, so first of all, I think we need to take this out. Where's my tear ruler? And I'll try and keep that sort of semi in shot so that you can see what I'm doing. Let's move that out of the way. I'm gonna sort of more or less tear it out where it is, because I think it's got quite a nice edge to it, so I'll try and preserve some of that. Oh, edge. Oh, it's quite thick paper. It's quite thick paper. And let's go this way. And this one, I'm going to hand tear that. Okay, around the edge. Oh, she says, not doing a very good job. Not going to be perfect, is it? Right, there we are. I'll take that little bit off there. I haven't been up here very long, so it's already getting cold. So hopefully I'm not going to take too long to do it. And we will remove that bit. I don't know if there's anything worth saving from that. Right, let's see what we have. Now, I mean, I can literally just put that on there. That is a square. And I can make some smaller squares with this one. That'll be my dots. You can go over the top. We can put some textured paper underneath. I think this is really difficult because this is handmade paper. So it's got quite a lot of fibres in it and they can be quite tough to take out, as you can see. So we'll take that bit off there. And it never goes the way you want it to go, of course. So that's quite a large piece. I don't think I want all that. Let's see. Right, take that off. That was just keeping me page. Right, let's see what we can do. Kind of want the green on top of that. Am I a bit too... Yeah, I was a bit too low, sorry. I'm going to cut this one down because I don't want all of it. Let's just see, as it spots on the other side. Oh, I don't want that bit. I think it's a bit too yellow, that side. It's pretty though, isn't it? Nice swirlies. Right, now then. I think I'm not quite sure how I want to do this. I don't know whether I want to tear the edges of this one. I think I do. I think I do. Let's put tear ruler on. So let's see if we can tear this without wrecking it. So we want that bit. Let's see if I can get rid of a bit of that. I wonder if I've got any green spots anywhere. Is that the right? Oh, that's the right green. That's got spots on it. Let's try that one. I think it's too much pink. too much pink. Right, let's give it another go. We'll cut that off there. Because I think I want some green over this side, you see. Right, so I decided to make this a bit smaller, the textured paper. And I've cut the... I'm going to use the square edge of that because it's got a border on it. This one I'm going to have here, I think, lower down. So that's my basic composition. So we've got Shabby Chic, Storytime, greens, textured paper, person, square and oblong, dots and dashes. So we've filled all of the prompts other than I'd like to put some lace on it. And I've used scrapbook paper. So at the moment, we're just about there. I've used everything that I need on my prompt list. So let's choose lace because I don't know what I want. So I bought the whole box. I don't have a massive amount of lace, but it's got trims in this one as well. So I don't think I've got... I won't have green, I know that. But I think I've got quite a few creams and whites. This one's quite nice. I like this one. That's pretty, isn't it? I like that. Some of them are my mum's that she gave me. Excuse me. Let me just... I think the white looks better because of the black and white picture. I do have a little bit of pink, but I don't want to add any more pink really, because the main colour's green obviously. What's that one? That one's kind of a creamy colour. Oh no, it is whitey. I like that one. That would look nice down the edge, won't it? But the only trouble is it could cover up our lovely lion. So what we could do is we can have it sticking out, but we do still cover his face up a little bit. So maybe we can move him over there and have it coming off the page. Yes, I like that one. Right. Put my rustly bag over there. I do quite like this one. It's actually got quite a big border on it, which is a bit overwhelming on there. So I don't think we'll use that one. I think we'll hit it about there. And then that one goes under here, if I can get it to go under. I'm basically trying to cover up the text because I don't want the text on this particular occasion. This altered book is, the reason I call it my navy book, it's not just because the cover's navy. The actual book is the Royal Navy since 1945, so it's a really boring book, but it was a nice size. And the actual paper's really nice, and I prepared it by gluing pages together, taking some out, you know, that sort of thing. And I kind of, when I originally did it, because this was one of the first ones I ever did, I mucked up the way I did it, so it ended up, all the spine got a bit kind of warped. So yeah, I ummed and ahed about it for a while, and then I did start using it because I worked out what I'd done wrong and how to rectify it, and it has slowly gone back to being the spine fairly straight. I took a great chunk out the beginning of the book, and there was quite a large amount of paper because I was just ripping pages out to use as text. Oh, excuse me. Turn that off, it must have got a bit chilly. And so, yeah, it completely distorted the spine. So what I started to do is I started to use it through the book, because if you take it all out in one place, the spine twists and warps, and so I needed to put that right, really. And the way I did it was by using various... I did take a few more out, I think, out of this end to kind of do it, but I also started working sort of through the book more, so you know, I didn't do all the front at once, so I've got some in the back as well that I've done and started to work all over, really. And it's slowly writing itself, so I'm not too worried. As I say, it's an old book, so it doesn't really matter that much. But right, so I do tend to, if I decide I'm going to cover the text up, I will be quite precise about it. If I'm not particularly bothered whether the text shows, I don't want it showing in this. It doesn't matter where I place them, but these particular pieces, I want to be able to cover all of the text, and I want the staggered look of the squares. I mean, they're all more or less a square now, especially since I took the top off this one. Okay, it's got little chunks out of it, but it is still basically a square, and the other pieces are squarish. So, but obviously these are definite squares, so that fits the brief. So where do I want to put my lovely lion? I think we're going to put him there like that, and bring that down, because I want to kind of see, obviously I want to see some of the spots, and I've got spots here, and I also need to cover that up there. Probably not worried about the number, but I don't particularly want run up showing, but we could also end up putting a sticker over it or something. We'll see. And then the lace sticking out the side. So I'm going to try and do it so I don't actually get over Aslan's head. And there we are. I think that's more or less our page. And then I might just put a few stickers on here and there. So I'm going to glue it down. Let's cut off some lace. We'll do it about there. There we go. She should go on there, lovely. Yep. Right. I'll be back once I've stuck it down. Right, so I stuck it all down. I decided to put Aslan on the top and the children of the lace. So I put the lace on first. That was a bit of a pain trying to stick that down. And I found some stickers to try and... I didn't stick this down very well, and what I wanted not to be seen is being seen. So I can put that one over there. I quite like the butterfly. And I quite like this lady. She looks like she's looking up at them, and she's a little bit shabby chicy. So I think I will add those stickers. Now the only trouble is with this one is, will it stick properly? I'll probably have to put glue on it. So let's stick these down. Let's see if we can get them off. We can. There we are. I think I'm going to put some glue stick on it, because I don't think these, I'm not sure if these stick very well. Where is my glue stick? There it is. Ooh. Thumb stuck to the bottom of it. I think this is Still got some in it. Just about. I think it's getting pretty low. Right, let's see if we can make this work. Keep it. I'm going to try and get it in the middle, because I wanted this bit to be over that, but it won't quite fit. But you know, once you've got it on here, you won't see it quite so well. There we are. So let's do the butterfly. What I do is I roll, and you roll off the sticker from the plastic backing. Did I put the other one in the bin? I don't know. Probably not. So I'm just going to put a bit of glue on my sticker so it will stay stuck down. Probably about there, I think. Where's my bone folder? Where's my bone folder? If you really, you know, push it down, the edge does tend to disappear. It is a bit of a pain because obviously the textured paper underneath is very bumpy, but yeah, it seems to have worked right. I was going to cut it out, and I thought, well, the reason I love stickers so much is that I don't have to cut them out. So I get a little bit annoyed that my sticker book, my antiquarian sticker book and my botanical sticker book, they have quite a large board around them, and obviously when you stick them down, because they've got colours on the page, and it's really annoying because they won't stay stuck. And also I've got to cut them out, and they're not very good glue on them. These are a lot better than the glue on those. I'm going to put this on, but I might even have to put some art glitter glue on it. We'll see how this goes. I'm not sure how it's going to stick on the lace. So let's make sure we can get her on the page. I quite liked her on this pink underneath. Here we are. So hopefully she'll stick to the lace, but let's see if we can burnish her down a bit. But it is sort of doing what I was worried it would do, and that you can see the edging more because I can't rub it down, if you know what I mean. If you know what I mean. Now the lace isn't all stuck down. I stuck it down here on that edge, and then I also went along this edge here that was where the edge of the papers are, but it hasn't really stuck very well there. And I did stick it a little bit at the ends. This one I did anyway. I didn't so much there. I'm wondering if it would be better if I use glue stick, because sometimes lace sticks better with glue stick. Just enough to kind of keep it in place. Let's put lots on. I can't sew it. I don't do sewing. Partly because, I mean, I know that I've told you some of this before but for my new subscribers, any new ones out there that hopefully could be watching this, welcome anyway, if you are new to my channel. So I'll just explain that I am in what I used to call my workshop, and in my workshop I used to make glass beads for jewellery. I used to be a jewellery maker, and my workshop was set up, this bench was set up for my glass bead making setup, which is quite a complicated plot. There is actually down, quite a way down, probably about a year or 2 years ago, I did a video before I dismantled my setup. My kiln actually still sits in the corner over there in sort of the window, just because I haven't got anywhere else to put it at the moment. I haven't decided whether I'm going to continue with my bead making, but it's completely dismantled so I could use the desk for filming. Now my workshop is quite cold, partly because I need a new door. I do have the door now, but it never got put on before the winter. My husband will hopefully put it on come spring, because it's still quite cold up here. So I do have a heater, but obviously when I'm filming, because it's quite damp, because my door's rotten, it's completely rotten, and it's sort of gaps and holes around the door, so it gets quite damp in here, so I can't have any of my papers and stuff up here because it's too damp. I just need to basically have my heater on, so every now and again I might stop my video just to warm myself up, because it's too noisy with the heater on. And the extractor, you can hear rattling. It's the paddles that are on the outside of the extractor. The wind's blowing them and they're flapping about, so that's what you can hear. There's not a lot I can do about that, but it's only on a windy day, which we do seem to have lots of wind going on at the moment. So, oh, there it is. Clear that away. That's the backing of one of these. And so I only have some things up here that can cope with being slightly damp. So I've got some stamps up here, and I do have my washes up here, and I do have some in the house, but not many. Most of them are up here because this is where the baskets are. And so I have to transport everything I need to do with me because it's not up here. So eventually I intend to get rid of all of my previous crafts and things that I've done over the years that are all accumulated in this craft room. Well, I used to call it a workshop. I'm now trying to call it a studio craft room. But it's very difficult to get that workshop name out of my head, because obviously I called it a workshop for quite a large number of years. So at the moment, my dedicated desk is for my paper crafting, and all my bead making has been packed away in boxes and they sit behind me. So I'm actually in a very small spot where my chair is, because everything else is behind me on the floor. Sorry, I think I'm wobbling the thingy, my arm. It's my camera is my phone, well, my old phone now. I've just got a new one for my birthday, and I have it on an arm, and it can get a bit wobbly. So sorry if I jiggle you about. Right, so I think I still don't quite know if I want something here, but I don't know what. So I've covered the brief, I've covered all the prompts. So we've done Shabby Chic, which is all the papers and the lace, and some of these are kind of a bit shabby chic as well. Storytime, which is my Narnia, Aslan and the children. Green textured paper, which is behind there, the pink stuff. Person, well, I've got lots of people on there now. Dots are in the papers, and also the papers are square. These two are square. Most of it's sort of square anyway. Most of the pages I've used, even this bit's nearly square. And I use scrapbook paper, which is one of the bonus swap things, but I used it as a bonus because it's the only way I could find Shabby Chic. So that is my page. I don't think I don't use sentiments. I don't use quotes very often. I very rarely use words. Right, so there we go. So I might just pop February on or something like that, and then I'll probably write down the side what challenge it was. I do that. Some of my Carrie's prompts, I write Carrie's prompts down the side, just sort of in a fairly light pen. And I will call this one done. It was fairly simple, but I covered the brief and it was quite good fun. Trying to find the Shabby Chic paper was fun. I did have one 12 by 12, but it was the wrong colours. So, but then when I found this, I was quite happy because it was green. So there we are. So thank you for watching, and I hope you'll come back and subscribe, and don't forget to press my like button if you enjoyed watching. And I hope to do each month, because it is a monthly one, so I think it'd be easier. I'm not doing the Margaret Miller this year. There's a lot of people out there doing Margaret Miller, and which is fine, but I can't keep up with the weekly ones. I can't always get up here. I don't know if you know, but I look after my mother, and she's quite elderly now. I have to do quite a few things for her, along with the rest of my family. I'm not very fit myself, so I don't always have the chance to come up here. Plus it's cold. I won't come up here when it's cold, because if I get too cold I get grumpy. So yes, and I hope you enjoyed seeing my where's my little sheet, my open collaboration monthly collage challenge from Julie from Art and Junk Journals with Julie and Leigh's Art Studio. And I will put all of the details and all of the other participants in the description box below, so you can go and hop around and check some of the other people doing the challenge out. A lot of them are quite new to YouTube, so their channels are quite small. I mean, mine's not particularly big, and I tried to do a video a week. I did go through a very bad patch of not being able to get up here, partly because of the weather. Hopefully, you know, as we go further and further, getting closer to spring and into summer, I'll be able to do more again, because it's not as cold up here. Plus, I do hope to, once the door's on, I might be able to, you know, get my studio sorted out. And so I did phase 1, and phase 1 was clearing the desk, and phase 2 is clearing the rest of the room. And then there's a big shuffle of furniture and things like that that needs, and emptying out stuff that I don't need in here anymore. Some of it needs selling off, some of it needs throwing away. And I'm a terrible hoarder, what can I say? So I hope you enjoyed my challenge, and please go and check other people out, especially Julie and Leigh in their channels, and I hope to see you very soon. So keep well, stay safe, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.